show. On you. On you.
The holiday season isn't over until I say it is, butt lovers. So in a YouTube short a while back, I asked you guys what your favorite holiday special is, and you delivered, and today I'm going to be ranking them on a tier list. I also sometimes ask on my Instagram, so like maybe you should follow me there. I don't know, no pressure.
It would be a nice late Christmas gift to me though.
Also, I always preface all my ranking videos with, this is my opinion. The only opinion I have is my own, and I want to share it with you guys, but you can't be mad at me because I'm sensitive. Just a quick recap, S is the ones I enjoyed the most, F is the one I enjoyed the least. So I'm a Nickelodeon kid, which is probably the least surprising thing in the world, so I decided to start off with some nostalgia. Fairly Odd Parents, Wish Every Day Could Be Christmas. Apparently this is also the season 1 finale, and this is such a strong way to end the first season, which is probably the best season of Fairly Odd Parents if we're being honest. No poof, no foop, no dog? Who is this dog? We're gonna go over all my bullet points. Are you ready, kids? We're not up to SpongeBob yet. I couldn't believe what a big plot point him being abused by his babysitter is. Like, I understand that even kids shows have to have a villain, but it's like kind of dark looking back at it. I'm a little soft, so maybe that's just what it is. I get a lot of comments sometimes that are like, you're just offended by everything. It's like, I'm not offended by it. This is just my genuine emotional reaction. I gotta stop trying to get ahead of these comments. I Wish Every Day Could Be Christmas is like an amazing Christmas song. It should be playing on the radio. It would probably be to the same effect of the Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Christmas time is near.
Their character voices, but the tune, dude, the tune and the message. I got pudding, I got slacks. In Fairly Odd Parents, how terrible the characters are to each other is so hit or miss. Like when they just keep singing, Timmy just can't get a girlfriend. It's such a deep cut. It's so unnecessary, but it hits every time. Mwah. Oh my god, I love Rise of the Guardians. I already discussed how the earlier seasons of Fairly Odd Parents is peak, but here's another reason why. Wanda and Cosmo's dynamic is so much more loving. It's not like that typical we hate each other cartoon couple dynamic. Cosmo is idiotic, but he's not like fully incompetent, you know what I mean? In the Fairly Odd Parents world, Santa takes up most of the magic for Christmas, and then when he's not, he's like this Johnny Depp type. Fuck that! He's always magical! Don't mess with my Santa lore!
A lot of these shows, we're trying to fuck with my Santa lore.
After the plot point of Timmy's godparents being stolen, the plot gets really boring out of nowhere. The kids of the world being the solution to the problem was so forced and anticlimactic, but look! Athena! The Greek flag! Athena! I do like the message of this episode. It's very yin and yang. The magic of Christmas comes from all the shitty days before that aren't Christmas. If the energy of the first half of the episode carried all the way throughout, it would have been S tier, but because it dropped the ball,
Happy New Year.
it's A tier. The first SpongeBob holiday special, Christmas Who. Now, going into this, I need you to know I am biased.
Christmas feels like the very first Christmas to me.
The Christmas theme song is perfect. SpongeBob SquarePants. Carolers singing it. The visuals are different. I eat that shit up. Always loved Patchy's opening. Also, I don't know how I didn't know this, but Potty the Parrot, Patchy's companion, is voiced by Steven Hillenburg. Did anybody else out there not know that, or am I just uncultured? I love how they made Santa not a fish. It explains why they've never heard of it and how he can't get to Bikini Bottom on time. Here's the thing though, Squidward mentions Easter. So is there a Christianity under the sea? Would it be called Fishgianity? How come they've never heard of Christmas if that's the case though? At this point, Ben told me to stop making this into a lore video, but I can't help it. Also, Alex Bale's got SpongeBob covered, so I'm just gonna stay in my lane over here. If you ever watched this special or just the show in general, Squidward's such a villain for no reason. After SpongeBob gives him a heartfelt gift though, he feels like I don't know how they got away with that joke, but I'm so happy they did. I'm guessing they did that because they couldn't get away with, you know, he feels like an ass, that's the joke. The background characters also shine in this episode. Like, whatever happened to this tooth guy? I feel like this is Pinhead Larry's brother confirmed. There's also this background character that shouted, come on, drop the whole anti-Christmas thing. And the way he said it made me cackle. I don't know how I never noticed that. Also, I'm sorry, one more background fish moment and then I'll move on to the actual plot. This fish wearing the pearl necklace is known as Incidental 104 or Fish G, and she's seen as a kid in this episode, but usually she's an adult, so I don't know why they did that. Also, strange design for a child. It looks like they just took the adult version of her and shrunk her. Okay. Back to the main plot and Squidward being So Squidward starts to feel bad after SpongeBob gave him a gift, but then he tries to dismiss it like, oh, it's probably a stupid gift anyway, ha ha ha, and then he opens it up to reveal it's the best gift he ever gotten. And only then does Squidward's hero arc begin. So this is not my favorite canon Squidward SpongeBob moment. I really like when Squidward stands up for SpongeBob in the pizza episode, because in that one, he doesn't do it for a selfish reason or to alleviate his own guilt. He goes up to that male Karen and is like, no one can be an ass to him except for me. Bah! World stars his shit. So whether it's well-intentioned or not, he saves the day. He quickly puts on the Santa outfit, which doesn't make any sense because A, how'd he get it? Santa didn't exist in this world until like yesterday. And also it implies he already got the clothes because he couldn't have went to like a costume shop. He was already there. The final point is the Santa at the end. Kills me. I don't know why they did this, but I'm just so happy they did. Also, I swear Squidward only plays the clarinet well when he's in a good mood. A detail I noticed and incorporated into my fan fiction. It's my magnum opus, I swear to God. Goes without saying, S tier. It's perfect. And I really truly believe that even without my nostalgia, I would have placed it here because it's just so funny and fun. I freaking love it. Now for the SpongeBob claymation one. Now for whatever reason, I remember this really annoying me as a kid. I think it's because I'm an old fart that just prefers the OG, but let's see how I feel during this rewatch. The claymation setting is very impressive art. Like immediately when I was put into this environment, I was like, wow, a lot of work went into this and I really respect it. That being said, their design for Santa, dude, why would they do this? Why would they do this? Also, we saw Santa already. So this is some camp choral alternate reality shit and I don't stand for it. The theme song though, with that kids choir. I don't want to roast some kids, but like...
It wasn't the move, really.
Plankton's doing some evil shenanigans with fruitcake, putting in jerktonium so everyone looks like naughty people on Christmas and Plankton can get what he truly wants, the secret formula. Didn't know Santa wasn't above stealing, but that's something that happens. SpongeBob enjoys this fruitcake so much we get this cursed close-up of his taste buds, which reminds me of the Wazoo commercial. Past Athena, take it away!
Flashback.
Candy Crunchies, Fruity Taffy, and Sweet Coating all come together in the new Wazoo bar. Excite your taste buds with Wazoo.
Something else that supports this is the alternate reality SpongeBob is that one of the fish mentions Randolph, the red-nosed seahorse, but in the last special, SpongeBob mentioned reindeer. Like the last special rooted Santa in this familiar human world setting, and in this, I think he's a fish. I don't know what he is because he looks so fucked up. Literally everything except for the design and the theme song was genuinely fine. Plankton's plan is imaginative, the claymation is fun, the songs so far have been amazing. I thought it was just Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas. But that opening song, solid. One more thing about the Santa design, I'm so sorry, that's all I've been talking about, but there's this fish in the parade that looks so much cuter. I think they intentionally tried to make the real Santa cursed and gross on purpose, and I don't stand for it.
Don't fuck with my Christmas lore.
Also, I'm pretty sure the kid that's talking to Santa is voiced by the same person that voices Moral Oral.
I want a sled and a truck.
And he's gonna be just as traumatized because the Santa insults him to his face and then they crash the parade float. Plankton's plan is working a little too well, they're gonna die. Very minor detail, but I think this is just one of the limitations when it comes to claymation. SpongeBob was not wearing a fishbowl when he was in Sandy's tree dome, which was a little strange to see, but I think only big fans of SpongeBob would notice that. The visual in the song of the de-jerkification process, and then it gets to Squidward and nothing changed about him, was very funny. So as I was watching this, it was comfortably in B tier until the song Don't Be a Jerk, It's Christmas. Genuinely so much better than I remember it being. Such a bop. Such a good time. It's A tier. Pokemon Pikachu's Winter Vacation. I believe I've only seen clips of this, but I was so excited because I love Pokemon. I love the anime. I can't wait for the finale of Ash's journey. Hello? Somebody get excited with me in the comments, please. I need somebody to talk to about this that isn't my sister. I have no issues with this special. It's like watching somebody's adorable pets for 45 minutes. I almost cried when they saw that tiny light up tree. I love Squirtle and Bulbasaur's dynamic. They're two little shitheads. Was this after Charmander evolved. Why wasn't he here? I think it's when he was Charmeleon and no one wanted to deal with him because he was problematic. But yeah, S tier. So much wholesomeness. I adored it. There's really not much to say, and they didn't really have to say much in the special for it to be as charming as it was. Literally, so little dialogue. Mickey's Twice Upon a Christmas is a collection of short stories, and I love that because my attention span is non-existent. But pardon me, because I'm gonna get thorough, I have to talk about every single section. First short was about Daisy and Minnie ice skating, and I remember them fighting, but I don't remember who started it. But to no one's surprise, it was Daisy. She was always so bitchy. I think that's like literally her only characterization. They start shit talking by making animal noises at each other. Quack, quack, squeak, squeak.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, the epitome of this short is just the girls are fighting. Watching this short genuinely makes me so mad. I was shouting at my screen like how my dad was during the World Cup. Not off to a good start. The second short is called Christmas Impossible. It starts with Scrooge McDuck telling Huey, Dewey, and Louie that they need to be good or else they won't get presents, which classic, trying to get kids to be moral citizens through bribery. Disney upholding capitalism, what a surprise. Huey, Dewey, and Louie also have no characterization, like they might as well be the same person. They are the same three little crabs. I know this gets better in DuckTales, but I've never seen it. When they broke into Santa's workshop, Santa in his sleep mentioned, roasted duck, talking about how he wanted to eat roasted duck, and they heard that. Why are they not freaking out? Ooh, I'm gonna prank the Easter Bunny so good.
I sure hope my wife is making me roasted human today. Yummy, roasted human.
After they absolutely wrecked Santa's workshop, all they had to say was, we ruined Christmas. Yeah, you sure did, you little dicks. I mean, ducks. So after all this, they still get presents at the end. Why did they get presents at the end? Classic Disney, missing the point. One good deed erases all of the terrible things you did. Okay, so I'm still not having a great time. Luckily, the next short, Christmas Maximus, is by far the best one. First things first, Goofy is the cutest and I want him to be my dad. I can say that because my dad doesn't watch my videos or take a liking to anything I do in life. Also, Mona and Max are endgame, and if anyone here is a Roxanne defender, tell me why they're better for each other without mentioning looks. I'll wait. Make me look good. Make me shine. Best part of the entire movie. The only thing I have a problem with is why is showing off baby pictures such an embarrassing trope? Like when the parents come over and they show the girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, the baby pictures, the character's always like, stop, Dad, you're embarrassing me. I can't let her know that I was a baby. That's my biggest secret. The Donald Mall short makes me sad. Christmas Spirit isn't about how much you enjoy the song We Wish You a Merry Christmas, which is apparently the only song in this universe. Moving on. Mickey's Doggone Christmas. This is the short where Mickey is absolutely malicious to Pluto.
I mean it, Pluto. Get out and stay out. Man's best.
These shorts are such downers. No joke. 4/5 of these shorts are like, can you imagine Christmas? The most wonderful time of the year, but everything's ruined. B tier, I wish most of it didn't make me angry, but the parts that were good were really, really good. So I already knew the community special, Abed's Uncontrollable Christmas, was a good one, but I'm so glad I finally got to experience it for myself. So it starts off and Abed sees all of his friends as claymation. Well, technically silicone dolls with foam bodies, but it's still stop motion, so some standout moments were the Sad Quick Christmas song, of course, and the humbugs. I remember hearing Boys Hub Ultra talking about this episode, so I'm just gonna steal what they said about it because it was the perfect way to describe it. This episode follows a Willy Wonka style musical, basically where each character gets ejected or eliminated from the journey as it goes. Abed using this style of stop motion and also this style of musical to unpack some very serious trauma was very impactful and beautiful. S tier, I always say this, but I need to watch more of this series. Regular showed the Christmas special. Oh, exploding buildings? Guns? Is this Die Hard? They made Die Hard actually Christmas. So yeah, there's an elf and Santa fight scene that ends with Santa being shot. I always knew it, but this show was like young Adult Swim. It's so weird that this is on Cartoon Network. So we see the main cast at a holiday party and Benson sends Rigby and Mordecai to get more soda. That's when they discover Santa's body. Rip Kringle. Also, Benson's never getting that soda, but was he going to anyway? Probably not. Oh shit, now Mordecai and Rigby have to save Christmas? Can't believe such a basic and predictable Santa shootout led to this totally original saving Christmas plot. Also, spoiler alert, but the evil elf fully died in a lava pit. Merry Christmas! A tier. Honestly, I don't know why it isn't S tier. I was so entertained. But man, oh man, I am so corny. Even when it's fun and enjoyable and well done, messing with my Christmas lore is a risky business. Curious George's Christmas special, A Very Monkey Christmas, was 53 minutes long, which seems like too much. And it is. Also, he's not a monkey. He doesn't have a tail. Why is it called A Very Monkey Christmas? Pardon me for my stupidity, but was Man in a Yellow Hat always hot? Was he always like this? Now I'm a bit curious myself. How does the man in the yellow hat understand him? Eventually I'm gonna have to make a Curious George lore video, but it's 198 episodes long, so it's gonna be a while. The Monkey Christmas song took the child character 5 minutes to write, and it shows.
Christmas monkey, no one sung about Christmas monkey.
The other songs in the special were so good, but that one, pass. The dream sequence Christmas Carol shit was hilarious. Ghost of Time going sideways, what does that mean? Also, in one of these alternate realities, guy in the yellow hat meets the love of his life, but she's allergic to monkeys, so he's watching this reality, he's like, it's a good thing that didn't happen. This man has his priorities straight. I was gonna put it at high B because the pacing kills me, but the ending is just so cute. Low A. I'm never gonna watch it again though. The Peanuts Christmas special. I sing this opening number every Christmas because it's so beautifully grating. Christmas time is here. Terrible. I hate it, but I love it. Controversial opinion, but why is Snoopy such an asshole? He's just physically assaulting children on ice. Is Charlie Brown always depressed? I feel bad. And all the characters are like, I don't know, dude, have you tried being happy? Sally is the best character, and her voice actor is so good and genuine. I forgot about the aluminum Christmas trees plotline, the ultimate sign of consumerism and capitalism. And then, of course, Linus Preacher arc. They get into all the religious stuff. The ending of the kids fixing the tree and saying he needs love. Guys, I'm not sure if you realize this, but the tree is symbolism for Charlie Brown. Charlie Brown needs love. I'm sorry. I put it low S. If the same script existed today, I don't know if they'd pull it off as well. I think the fact that it's so freaking old adds a certain charm to it. Blue's Clues Big Holiday. I haven't rewatched Blue's Clues in so long. The mixed media of this show is incredible. It's so cozy. Wild to think that they filmed this in front of a green screen. It's real to me in here. They sing the same songs every time, but it never gets old somehow. I also forgot that Steve signs thank you every time he says it. That's really cool. Also, they showed Hanukkah and Kwanzaa as well, which, hell yeah. I love Christmas, it's my favorite holiday, but there aren't enough TV shows and movies and just media in general that celebrates the other seasonal fun of other religions and cultures. And it's not fair. Dare I say, we need more representation.
I didn't realize this creator was so woke. Unsubscribe.
But anyway, all jokes aside and no snarkiness, this was just really, really sweet. When I have a baby one day, I'm showing them this show. High S tier. Invader Zim, let's just jump right into the plot. Invader Zim is trying to take Santa's place as ruler of the New World Order. How have I never watched this show? His chaos and anger at all nonsensical human things is hilarious. I see how Peridot from Steven Universe was inspired by him. Zim then starts getting possessed by the Santa suit he created. Short, sweet, and to the point, A tier. It's very funny, definitely unique, but for me it has no rewatchability. I'm surprised I even like it because usually around this time of the year I usually gravitate towards sickly sweet shit, and this was more snarky, but I had a very fun time. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Hearth-Swarming Eve. Now, I watched this show. I really enjoyed this show. This episode, however, let's talk about it. So I don't think I got to this season, but the school sounds vaguely familiar, I guess. School of Friendship, sure, whatever, I'm rolling with it. Twilight as a principal is terrible. Basically, someone put some sort of sketchy goop in her office, so she threatened that none of them are going home for the holidays until one confesses, and then once that person confesses, only that person will be punished by being held captive in the school. Can they do that? Dude, if that were my teacher, I would egg her house. Friendship is magic my ass, bro. Differences in holidays and traditions between the species is fun. I'm obsessed with this little yak. He's so stupid. I love him. But most of these characters annoy the shit out of me. Maybe if I watched this season, I would have some sort of attachment to them, but they're just bickering and arguing and fighting. Okay, so in the end, they're all staying at the school because they feel bad for the Griffin?
Bastard orphan.
Hi, so I was just calling to inform you that your child was doing so well in his magic lessons that he decided to stay back at the school to comfort his friend who's an orphan. What do you mean, my child's not coming home for the holidays? Yeah, that's exactly what it means. Aren't you proud of him? Twilight, we spent $500 for their flight home. The message is great, but the execution is bad. Again, maybe if I knew the characters, I would care more, but it was they just all came across as unlikable. C tier. And I like the show, so this really surprises me. But it triggered my fight or fight, so I guess I'm just fighting. I will say though, it made me very nostalgic and I ended up listening to like my favorite songs from My Little Pony from the other episodes. And I'm glad I watched it because it triggered that nostalgia, but like not the strongest episode. Okay? Okay, I'm sorry. Put down your pitchforks! The G3 Christmas special of My Little Pony on the other hand. Yep, in Generation 3, it's just Christmas. There are no pony holidays, yak holidays, griffin holidays. Nope, it's Christmas. And I'm just going with it. The title is called A Very Minty Christmas, and the first song is so much fun. So the entire time I'm just dancing to the song. All the while my sister is screaming,
Where are the unicorns?
yeah, where are the unicorns? There's literally Pegasuses and regular horses, but no unicorns? Strange.
I'm gonna make a gingerbread house. I need to have the Nancy ever. I'm gonna have the Nancy ever.
What did she say?
I need to have the Nancy ever. I'm gonna have the Nancy ever.
I'm gonna make the jam with them, now I'm gonna put it together. Moving on, Minty, the main character, the titular character, ruined the movie. During that opening number, I was like, ooh, are we gonna have another S tier? And every time she talks, it just goes lower and lower and lower. So irritating. I will give her this. The Socks song was kind of fun. Like, all the music is good.
In here, your heart.
That is my right shoulder. So at the end, when they all hug, they start to glow. It's almost as if friendship is magic or something. B tier. Yes, I know it's higher than the other one, even though the other one's objectively better. All I know is what makes me happier in here. All right, in my right shoulder. DuckTales, woo. First of all, bah humbug. Scrooge said the thing. Scrooge said the Scrooge thing. Secondly, I love that they made the Santa in this a polar bear. That's so cute. He's so cute. I just don't know why he likes Scrooge so much. Scrooge is a straight up villain. Santa's giving me big, I can change him energy. No, you can't. Also, the Feliz Navi Diamond being how they can stop time or slow time so that they can deliver all the presents. Solid lore. Solid lore. S tier. It's hard for me to give an S tier when I've never seen the series before, but that was really, 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 really joyous. And I feel merry as shit. So apparently there are 2 Jessie crossover holiday specials. One with Good Luck Charlie and one with Austin and Ally. So we're going to be reviewing both today. I remember Bertram being the best character in this, and I was right. So the cameo is immediate and abrupt because I missed part 1 that was apparently on the Good Luck Charlie series. But woo, it's Teddy and PJ! With that sitcom applause as they enter. I want Disney Channel applause when I enter a room. Anyway, so I wasn't a fan of the scavenger hunt plot. It kind of felt like a cheap way to separate the cast because they didn't know how to make every character interact. Also, Teddy is not as much fun as I remember. She kind of has no personality in this episode. The only thing she keeps saying is, wow, these kids have money! And then the kids are just flexing their wealth on her like, hey, yeah, we have money. And if these spoiled little shits didn't give away their gifts at the end of the episode, it would have been F tier because that was the only natural conclusion. They were being terrible the entire episode. Oh, also Jessie's singing for no reason. And the song is not good. Hannah Montana, this is not. The explanation at the end of how they were all knocked out without their memory was very amusing. I thought they just got drunk. B tier. Now it's time for the Austin and Ally Jessie crossover. I wonder what shenanigans they'll get into now. Zuri is stuck in the New Year's ball and they never explain it. Okay. In this episode, Ravi says, this is why you call my country when you have a problem with your computer, which feels really weird for a Disney show. I'm not sure if any of the writers should have written that joke, but who am I to say? I just wanted to let you guys know that was something that was said. That made me kind of like, pardon? I needed to point this out. They cheered for the last guest stars, but this time there was no audience applause. Shady. Shady. Lastly, a fun little detail I noticed. Bertram was in the music video that they filmed in Miami, even though he never left New York. So I actually enjoyed this special and this crossover more. I felt like the characters' interactions were more unique, despite Emma being a little creepster. Like, chill out, dude. Barely a holiday special, really, but they had New Year's in the beginning, so I count it. A tier. So next I watched Smiling Friends. Thank you so much, Lord Fudd. So the title, Charlie Dies and Doesn't Come Back, literally makes me laugh before the episode even starts. Also, Joe Biden jump scare. My second most favorite thing about this episode is how cool the devil design is. Let me clear up some plot stuff before I get into the character design. Anyway, Charlie goes to hell. So that's all you basically have to know. Anyway, so the devil. The juxtaposition between this beastly, detailed, 3D textured beast and this puny little banana. I love this. I love this screenshot. It makes me so happy. But my favorite thing about the episode, Gilbert Gottfried as God. More like Gilbert Godfried. Am I right? Anyway, it was just hilarious. Holy shit, I was laughing so hard my stomach hurt. I'm gonna say low S tier, which is very surprising coming from me because again, I don't really like gore. I don't like things that are this cynical, but I can't deny how hard I was laughing. It was very, very funny. A Garfield Christmas. It starts with this very obvious dream sequence of John laying out these lasagnas and being like, "You may eat your way to the tree, Garfield," which I'm not gonna lie, that's my dream too. That sounds fucking baller. Also, can I just say, it's a really good thing no one can hear Garfield. He's so pessimistic. More like puss-amistic. No, but seriously, here's a direct quote. "Whoever invented Christmas trees should be shot." Jesus, Garfield, calm down with his Wednesday Addams ass. I remember not being able to finish this special last year because the grandma just got on my nerves. Like, yes, oh my gosh, she's such a snarky girl boss. Like, making comments about people's weight. Like, shut up, you old hag. But, oh my god, that speech about her dead husband, I got chills. "This is the night I miss him most." Ow, my heart, ow! Garfield also found old letters that the grandpa wrote to the grandma, I'm sorry. Also, Odie and Garfield hugging. It was 8 tier, but that ending, my heart is swelling. I'm a corny little bitch, I already said it, S tier. The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. I don't know how I've never seen this. I tend to do this thing with old media where I assume I just have already seen it or it's just bad or boring. This might be my favorite Christmas special yet. So society's very militant and very strict set of rules. Dude literally rubbed his finger against the street and licked it. He's like, yummy, so perfectly clean, my perfect little town. This dude quizzed his sons on kitchen etiquette. Mayor's son / main character's brother was also way too into this quiz. "Well, the soup comes before the salad and you have to stir it counterclockwise 3 times to cool it off." I didn't even make that up. That's actually what he said. Loser. I had to check, but yep, Frosty's voice is the same voice actor as Patrick Star. Perfect casting. You'd think that would get distracting? Absolutely not. It was perfect. This cast is so star-studded. They have Tom Kenny and Tara Strong, but that's no surprise because they're in everything. And I also recognized Kath Soucie, who's the voice of Phil and Lil in Rugrats. So each of these kids go on their own separate adventure with Frosty, learning how to let loose a little bit, have fun, and discover their own individuality. The principal and mayor discover this, and they decide to punish the kids, and the punishment is that pointy dunce hat. "Who you calling Pinhead?"
Protect me from what?
Disappointment, delusion, some other things that start with duh.
Urea? And then the kids have to go on a journey to get Frosty back. It's all so good. It's so good. And that twist at the ending, I'm an idiot. I should have seen it coming, but S tier. If you're like me and haven't watched it, or assume you have but don't remember any of the plot, just do yourself a favor and watch it. It's really fun. And finally, Annabelle's Wish. So much to unpack with this one, and it starts immediately with trauma. It's a downer movie. Also, I know I've said it so many times, you can take a shot for how many times I've said it and probably die, but the Santa lore in this one? Insane. He doesn't just visit the humans, he also visits the animals. He also makes all the animals talk. And, if that's not crazy enough, despite the calf Annabelle being born on Christmas Eve, he already has her on his list with her due date. He says, "Oh, right on time, I see." Does this mean that Santa knows exactly when every baby, human or otherwise, is born? Is Santa God? Also, I watched this one right after The Legend of Frosty the Snowman. Kath Soucie, once again, as Annabelle.
I want to be a voice actor so bad.
I'm gonna manifest it. Oh my god, the song that Santa sings goes on for so long, and I didn't even realize it was a song.
This time of year, in the cold of old December.
I hate talk singing. Just commit to something. Okay, so at the very end, when Annabelle is a little old lady cow, she finally gets her initial wish to fly. But instead of just making her a flying cow, they turn her into a reindeer, which was very strange to me. I don't know why they had to do that. Why couldn't they just make her a flying cow? Santa is God, right? He can do anything. Low A or high B, it was very sentimental, but got to a point where it was like, damn, dude, can something happy happen already? That's all I have for you today, butt lovers. I really hope you enjoyed. See you in the new year very soon. Please keep your eye out for the schedule posting January 1st. Stay safe out there. Bye!